So last night I saw a Minecraft movie, and to be honest, I wasn't really sure what to expect from this one. I mean, it really could have went either way. It could have been really good or really bad. Like, I feel like with video game movie adaptations, it either is really good or it's going to be really bad. Like, for example, the Super Mario Bros. Movie that came out like 2 years ago, and that was a big success. I loved that movie. A lot of my friends loved it. And then the Borderlands movie, for example, that was another recent one, but not many people like that. Actually, it was like one of the worst reviewed video game movies of all time, actually. And it's just kind of like a difference between like good and bad, like because everyone in Hollywood was trying new things with like bringing Sonic to movie Hollywood, and Mario. Now we're getting Minecraft, so it really was like a hit or miss for me. It was going to be this kind of like situation of it's either is going to be a really bad movie or it's going to be a really good movie. And I've never really been like a big fan of Minecraft. Like, obviously I've been playing it for 15 years or however long it's been out, but I've never been like a big fan of it. I played it with friends from high school, friends from middle school, but it wasn't something like I grew up playing all the time. That was more like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, like those other games, Watch Dogs, for example. I didn't have much expectations for it. And when the trailers were coming out about like 6 months ago or whatever, when they started to market the movie, obviously I knew Jack Black was in it, and it was going to be all this cast members. When the first trailer came out, it was kind of weird because it was in real life, and everyone online was like complaining about, the look of it, the CGI look. And it was basically like Jack Black walked on like a green screen set, and they just made the background Minecraft. And that wasn't like anything I was like super upset about, but it was just more of like a weird thing they could have done. Like, why couldn't they have done animated like the Super Mario Bros. Movie? I think they were going more for like a Sonic the Hedgehog kind of like real life situation, but obviously it's not like CGI, the background and like the other characters are, but everyone else is in real life. So going into it knowing that it would have this different look to it, I wasn't a big fan of that. Like, honestly, looked at the trailers, didn't like the look of it, but I was willing to give it a shot. So I didn't really watch many of the trailers, only like really the first one. And leading up to it, I just wanted to be completely blind as possible, because for every movie that I see, I try not to look at trailers. I try not to look at like press or marketing or reviews or anything, just because I want to have an open mind. But one thing I just kept seeing on Instagram, and on Instagram, I just try not to go on it too much. I just go on there just to post and stuff. But I end up going on like the Explore page and all these like stupid like low IQ memes of like Flint and Steel, and they're taking all these clips from the trailer and they're just like making weird ass memes with it. Like the Flint and Steel and coming hot and all this like bullshit. Like they're taking like little phrases from the trailers and they're just like marketing that, and they're just making like stupid ass like reels and shit. I saw a lot of that, and I was just like, ooh. Like, one major thing I was kind of afraid of this movie being was like super cringe. Obviously Jack Black is in it, but like you never know with like the certain dialogue, just the certain aspects of certain things, especially in Hollywood where a lot of things turn to cringe and turn to like kind of like the Borderlands. Borderlands was kind of cringe, but it kind of just leads me to opening night, because obviously with all these memes and stuff, it kind of like amped up the audience. And I feel like when we all sat down to see the movie last night, it was a packed theater, packed with teens, packed with like little kids, really a mix of all ages. But obviously like there were a lot of kids and obviously teens, people who grew up playing the game, people who are still playing the game now. And obviously like when the movie started, we waited like 30 minutes for the previews to go by, and then once the movie started to settle down, the lights dim and we see the Mojo screen pop up, crowd just starts cheering, everyone's just getting amped up, getting ready for it. And I already knew at that moment, like, yeah, this is going to be a crazy experience with this crowd, because I can already tell these guys are going to go wild for the rest of the movie. And literally, like, no joke, throughout the entire movie, there was screaming, there was cheering from start to end, non-stop. Like literally the crowd cheered like 50 times whenever there was like a certain phrase, or whenever a character popped on screen, whenever Jack Black saved the day or whatever. Woo, let's go.
I am Steve.
And then like when they were saying the phrases from like the IG reels and like the memes and stuff, like the I am Steve meme and the Flint and Steel coming in hot, like those things, people would say that during when the character's saying it in real life or in real time of the movie. Flint and Steel. And that everyone in the theater was saying, I am Steve, and they would erupt into a crowd and then cheering, applause, throwing popcorn at the screen. That was insane. Honestly, like the crowd experience made the movie experience so memorable for me. And honestly, that was my favorite part of the movie. It was just having the crowd, being there in the live audience. It was probably one of my favorite audience experience I've ever had. I love when crowds cheer. I love when, like, you know, people laugh out loud, people, you know, go crazy in real time, because you feel more in the moment and it becomes more of a memorable experience at the theater, and you remember that for a long time. But as the movie itself, the movie was really solid. I was pleasantly surprised that it was actually a great movie. It wasn't anything that I was expecting, really, because obviously I knew going into it my fears, my worries for the movie, but I was open-minded. I was open-minded about the whole thing. And I'm glad that I loved it, really. I really like the message of kind of creativity and following your dreams and stuff. That's one theme that I really like, and that's what I share on this channel. I made a movie about a month ago called The Movie. It's about pretty much just like following your dreams, following your passions and stuff. And we see a little bit of that and a little bit of a theme of creativity in this movie. And I feel like for a Minecraft movie, that just fits so well, because Minecraft is a game where my phone dropped. Minecraft is a game about creativity, building anything you want, endless possibilities. That's always what the game has been promoting, and I really love that message in this movie. And the idea of kind of like following your dreams, like I was saying before, that's something I'm very passionate about, what I share on this channel, this YouTube channel. And I was happy to see that kind of message in this movie. This movie kind of reminded me of like the Lego movie or the SpongeBob movie, you know, with the ideas of creativity, freedom, being like a child and stuff. Like I was saying before, the movie was really solid, like Jason Momoa and Jack Black. Like, honestly, like I think in the beginning of the movie, I was thinking it was going to be a cringe fest. But luckily, like the actors did like an amazing job with the comedy and stuff. I still feel kind of the same way that I felt about like the look of the movie. It still looks weird. Maybe it would have been better as an animated movie. But going back to Going back to what I was saying, like with the Lego movie and the SpongeBob movie, those movies were like trying to be really, really good, and they are really, really great movies. Like the Lego movie about creativity, building what you want. That's kind of a similar theme here about like, you know, following your passions and stuff. The SpongeBob movie is about like kind of being a kid and letting your the kid within you flow, I guess. But this one wasn't trying to be the Minecraft movie. It wasn't trying to be like the genre itself. Like the Lego movie, obviously, that was the first actual like big Lego movie, and it was about kind of like the genre of Legos, what Lego and what kids are about. And obviously, the SpongeBob movie is about obviously SpongeBob. The Minecraft movie, or a Minecraft movie, isn't trying to be the actual genre. It's just trying to be something creative and different. And that's what I'm more think about it when I think about the movie, is that it's trying to be something different. It's trying to be something creative. It's not taking Minecraft as a genre and trying to, you know, beat for beat, trying to put that into the movie, like, you know, same setup, what you would expect, the same animated. It's taking the source material from the game and adding its own twist, adding its different story, adding real life elements into it, you know, real life people, real life, the real world, for example, where the villagers like are entering the real world. That's why it's called a Minecraft movie, not the Minecraft movie, because it's one adaptation to this. It's one, you know, interpretation, where, you know, the filmmaker itself, they decided to really do their own thing and let their creativity flow. And that's what I really love about this movie. They didn't have any limitations. They really allowed their creativity to flow. They allowed kind of anything to go on the table. You know, Jack Black in real life fighting mobs and stuff. And honestly, like, it made for a good movie. I was afraid that it would be kind of stupid and kind of like, you know, this fan film kind of like wannabe on YouTube thing, because I think on YouTube there's been like tons of like Minecraft fan films. This felt like one of them, but it felt like a good one. It felt like one that was just, it wasn't trying to be like a masterpiece, like, you know, the Lego movie or the SpongeBob movie. Like, those movies aren't masterpieces, but those are still like really good, critically acclaimed movies, because they have good themes, they have a good story and stuff. This one like was just trying to be fun at the end of the day. It was just trying to be creative and trying to be something new, which I really love. It wasn't trying to be anything else. And that's what more of the world kind of needs now. It's just, you know, not many people like taking things seriously, you know, just kind of like going off the cuff, just having fun with it, letting your creativity flow. This is exactly what I was doing with my last movie, the movie, just letting my creativity flow, just letting things be, and really having a good time at the end of the day. And I love to see that message. I love to see that theme play out throughout this movie. And, you know, with the cast and stuff, they really made the movie great. Jack Black, obviously, is the best part of it. The other characters, really, Emma Myers, I don't know the rest of them, honestly, but everyone did a great job in the movie. But with that, you know, I decided to make this video outside here just to feel like I'm in Minecraft, feel like I'm in kind of like the greenery, touching trees, touching the outside. I always usually record videos in my office, but I figure might as well just do it outside. I think it fit for this video. Let me know what you guys thought about this one. This one was an interesting movie. It was something different, and honestly, like I said before, the crowd experience made the movie happen. It was insane. People kept cheering, you know, anytime like, you know, someone killed the mob or something, or Jason Momoa saving the day where he saves the kid, he comes back from the dead, everyone erupts in cheering. People were standing up, clapping and stuff. That made the movie for me. That honestly, like, if I was just watching this by myself at home or something, I probably wouldn't have laughed once, but like with the crowd experience, I laughed like probably 50 times. My hands still hurt from clapping. My throat still hurts from from cheering and stuff. Like I was one of those people who were like, yeah, like I was screaming and stuff because everyone else was. And that really made the experience for me. That was really fun. Let me know what you guys thought about this one. Subscribe to see more content like this. And yeah, with that being said, keep being creative, follow your passions. And with that being said, hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.